Hello, this is Ash from Crack Minis, and today I'm going to be building some terrain and a mini. So I had this idea rattling around in my head for like a trader's cabin or shack or something, and I thought, oh wow, let's try building it, see how I get on. And I started off with this. It's like a screen wipes tube thing, just a plastic container that was cylindrical, and some cardboard, some bits of cardboard that I had lying around. I use these for like making the silhouette for what I was going to be doing. So that tends to be how when I scratch build, what I do is I work out what my silhouette's going to be, and then I add stuff on top of that to give it details. And speaking of details, if you are scratch building yourself, some of the best places to go looking for bits are charity shops. Like, see these on the screen here now that I'm using to make a little balcony out of. They were like a box of Connect, you know, those kinetic car things that move and you put together. So like an off-brand Lego Connects thing that cost me £1.50, and I got some wheels that I'm going to use in another project. Just remember to always keep an eye out for something cheap that has an interesting shape and you can find a use for it. The more you build, the more interesting shapes you'll find in everyday items that you can cut up and make into whatever you want. I just listened back to that and it sounded like I was reading from a script. I'm not reading from a script, by the way. I just make this stuff up as I go along. It's really difficult. I wanted to say, while the EVA foam's going on, because EVA foam, best scrap material ever. It just loves super glue. It loves paint. It doesn't matter what you do to it. At the end, it tends to look quite good as long as you do a decent job painting it. Sorry, got sidetracked talking about EVA foam then. Like and subscribe. And leave a comment if you want. I do like a bit of criticism. It helps me grow. So I've got some news. I'm switching over to DSLR. Slowly. I've done some bits on this with a camera rather than my phone. I'm hoping to make the full transition within the new year. It's made me realise that my lighting is terrible, but it's a lot easier filming with a camera than it is with the phone, I've found so far. And fixing my lighting isn't that hard. All I need to do is get more lights. Yes. And I want to apologise in this video if there are some bits where the camera shakes. That's from my actual phone, not from the camera itself. For some reason it was just a shaky mess. I guess it was my angles when I was filming. I added a few of the greebles on before I did the rivets because I wanted to know where I'd be able to place the rivets. I didn't want to put the rivets on and then have to cut bits off to make the greebles fit on later on, because I knew I wanted a doorway on the top and some aerials and some vents and things like that, or air conditioning bits. I think air conditioning bits is probably the best thing to call them. We should be on the rivet montage now. So I learned something new while I was filming with the camera and taking my stills for my rivet montage. Your camera actually makes them a clip show, and saves me having to edit every single still image into something that resembles a montage, and it saved me a good 45 minutes of editing just doing that. So yay. All I needed to do was adjust the speed so that it played. That's it. Alright, now it's time to greeble up. I don't actually like the word greeble. Or the word gubbins. Gubbins. Sounds weird when you say it. Me itsy bits of plastic. Here you go. Flavour. Yeah, so it's time to add my flavour. Alright, so I've got me lazy ladders, wires, conduit tubing, 3D printed barrels. I tend to use a lot of these 3D printed barrels. Just they're so versatile. You just print them off, stick them somewhere, slap on some paint, and they're great for filling gaps as well. Because I don't know what to put there. Oh, barrel will do. Speaking of filling gaps, I was thinking between my big videos like this one and the one before that, and the one before that, and the one before that, I could maybe actually teach you something if you're interested. If you let me know in the comments down below, I was going to start doing like 5-minute episodes where I run over things like, how I make my lazy ladders, things like that. Saying 5 minutes, it probably wouldn't even be 5 minutes. This is a 9-minute episode and I'm classing it as a long one. So they'll be short. I might even put them on my shorts as like just tutorials. I feel like I'm just talking a lot all the time, and I'm not actually teaching anyone anything. I mean, like I said, leave a comment if you think it's a good idea. I ran on a bit long there. I wanted to talk about those little metal things I used as corrugated sheeting. They're called edge fasteners for carpentry. I actually saw them on a TikTok and thought, you know what, those would make good corrugated sheeting. And to be fair, it's come out quite good. I know the separations can't be all that great, but it's still at the same time, they're a good substitution for cardboard, and they're hard wearing as well, so it's not likely going to get squashed by accident or anything like that, which tends to happen a lot with the cardboard. Well, for me anyway. Onto the Mini. So I used War Games Atlantic pieces from like the Bulldog set, some sort of weird Scion, Tempest something Scion from 40k, and then the legs were like a random 3D printed Mini I got in a bits box. That should put us at prime time, where I do a Zenithal highlight. I actually forgot to do it for the Mini. I was that excited to paint it because I had this colour scheme worked out with like Victorian era military garb, red and white with green for the plates. I thought, oh, yeah, should work out pretty well. I'll let you watch me paint it. Up until the wash phase, where I wanted to do like a big reveal at the end when it spins. I mean, you'll see it if you've looked at the thumbnail, but I'm going to pretend like you haven't, just for me. Okay, so now it's time for the story element. With this one, I didn't want to actually tell a story. I wanted to like do an advert. I thought it'd just be a bit of fun, you know, like mix it up a little bit, see how we get on.
Alright, it's me, Jim. Major Max has got a chest infection, so I'm going to be reading this here advert for him. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, where do I start? Here we go. Welcome to Major Max's Manic Compendium of Guns, Bullets and More. My name is Major Max. Well, it's not Major Max, it's Jim. Why does he make me read eyes? Oh, I can't read, I forgot.
I'm sorry, I can't cut that out, it's just too funny. Alright, I got it now. Okay, you ready?
Do you remember that trader I told you about when I found my house and that diary inside it? Well, he taught me how to read, so there you go. Retconned. He's a liar. I have fought in many wars and I have collected many things in my journeys across the stars. Would you like a gun that kills a robot in a single shot? Well, I got one for you. No, he doesn't. He doesn't have one of them. Otherwise, I'd have had it. Of course I would have. Who doesn't want a gun that kills a robot in a single shot? Do you need an engine or even a cockpit for your own spaceship? Because I've got one of them as well. Do you seek the stars? Oh, that sounds interesting. I might seek the stars one day. Or do you require a tonic that relieves stress, aches, pains, and takes away your greatest fear? Actually sounds quite nice. I might get me one of them. Well, I don't actually have it, but I do have a map and it's yours for a price. What is this? Why would he tell us? He does not actually have it and he's got a map. Oh, I need to rethink my friendship with this man. So disappointed. He's asked me nicely to finish it off. So, if you want guns, he's got them. If you want bullets, he's got them. If you want a nice view of the local area, just stand on his roof. He's got that. Show off. I've got a balcony, don't see me showing off to people. Anyway, he's a really nice bloke. He will shoot you for robbing though. But then again, so would I. Happy shopping and many pleasant adventures.
Well, that's the story. If that was your first meeting of Jim, go back and watch The Old Witch House, which is one of my previous videos. That's where his introduction is. Sorry about the blooper. Could not leave it out. Definitely, I was just in bits. It was like 5 minutes of me laughing. I just cut it down to that one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Time for glam shots.